Ah, my face is so white. Fixed. Fixed-ish. Fixed enough. Okay, I actually need a timer here. What else do I need? I think that's it. All right, so we're doing a fun race with Boo, the runner. Yeah, and it's a randomly generated seed, so you can hit exclamation point flags if you want to see the flags. But basically, quick little rundown here. We've got character gating. Well, you can see all these requirements here. 4 character start. One of them is no Gogo Amaro. 4 to 10 starting lores with original MP, 19 to 21 rages, 2 dances, random abilities across the board. Scaling will be a little bit hard with party average times 1.5, so I'm probably going to do the whole sacrifice one person to be dead all the time and just run with a party of 3 thing to keep the levels reasonable. And XP GP scaling is based on progress, so you can't just do a bunch of leveling ahead of time. You got to progress. Plus 6 extra enemy levels. Bosses. So no undead is false, which means you can cheese some of the bosses. Encounters are random fixed encounters. 13 boss percent, so that's not great. Just 1 second. I got a phone. Bunch of messages on my phone. Later. Okay, shops are 80% random. A little bit expensive. Chests are 55% random. Items are random 8-9 equipable. Relics should be generally equipable, but items are kind of the random equipable, which will be tougher. Pallets don't look all messed up, so that's good. There is Coliseum available. Y remove is on. No free Paladin shields, no Illuminas, no Moogle charms, except for the ones you start with. Okay, so I'm ready. I'm gonna let Boo know I'm ready. Just apologizing for the wait. Wait. Ready. Okay. So basically waiting for Boo to ready up here, and then we're going to go. Freeze. Forgot to fire up the stream. Yeah, Boo forgot to fire up the stream. Streaming is important. Let's see who I'm racing against. Boo's pretty good. He's probably gonna beat me. I'm not too worried about it though. Really feel competitive right now. Just feeling like doing some gaming. Actually wanted to test something. Test it right now. Test. You can hear the birding, which you shouldn't be able to. Really, really annoying that that keeps happening. So I'm not going to hear the birding, and I'll just do my best to follow up with chat and pay attention to that. Yo, Hash, thanks for the good luck. Oh, we're starting in 10 seconds here. So here we go. Not sure when you tuned in. You can hit exclamation point for the flags, or exclamation point flags for the flags, because it's a random flag set. Totally random. My remove is on, so I do like to do this. And I'm pretty sure no free progression is on. I'll actually have to double check that, but I'm fairly certain. Sorry. Her shield's not worth getting. I'm not even gonna waste the time with it. It's something like 28 required battles or something like that. So, not worth it. This, however, potentially is. Ice shield, snow muffler. We'll take the ice shield. I've got Terra though, so I'm probably gonna go get that snow muffler. That'll be important, especially given the high, like basically the unique. It's not unique random equipables, but the random equipables. It's gonna be important to get those. Basically, you have to settle for a lot more B tier stuff when you've got random equipables on. All right, so what do I want to do here? Free checks don't do anything because there's no free progression. I might do sealed gate because progression helps with XP and MP earned. But all the other stuff is based on character level. Like the enemy levels are based on average level of the party. So basically what that tells me is I want to try to get as much progress or progression as I can. Blonde and Bougie, thanks for the follow to the channel. Yeah. So I think that'll be the play, is to try to do the relatively free stuff. If I can find warp stones, I might go do go-go again for the same reason, like jack up that progress first. I think those are the only two kind of free checks I have available. And when so there's no free progression on, which means the really, really free checks are not going to give me espers or characters. But there's kind of like a certain level of effort, even if you don't take any fights, there's a certain level of effort that kind of goes into whether something is considered free or not. And there's enough running around and doing stuff that this check and Gogo's checks are no battles, but still technically not free. Still get progression, so if I can jack that up a couple levels, if I was probably going to do these anyway, it'll help me level up faster, start doing other stuff. Plus, if I get espers out of these, then I'm leveling people up from level 3, which is potentially getting the max out of those. Fixed dice. Okay, interesting. Still haven't checked the abilities of people yet. I should do that. God. I feel like I haven't done this check in a long time. These are good. I was saying to Boo because of the random equipables and random abilities, I think abilities are going to factor in pretty strongly to the difficulty of this seed. Party average level times 1.5 is no joke. Not bad at low levels, but later on it gets quite a bit harder. So depending on what abilities I have will depend on whether or not I have Gogo actually do useful things or whether I let him die and become a Moogle Charm. Basically a Moogle Charm holder who keeps the average level down. Getting some decent stuff here. No wide open endgame stuff yet, but decent stuff. Excuse me. It's XP split? That's a good question, actually. I'll have to double check. Can't remember. But it's not so much that XP is split, it's that I'm trying to manipulate average level. And I think Start Naked is off, which means I just get a free... Got a free snow muffler with Umaro there. Okay, so some more checks. None of them free. Okay. I have to do a little bit of shopping here. A little more shopping and looting required. Checking split XP. Hold on, I gotta check the abilities so I know if I need to buy throwables. Capture, dance, dance, mimic. Wow, that's quite the that's quite the dances that I get. Snowball, sunbath, wild bear, that's not very good. Poison frog, elf fire, that's not bad. Dusk requiem's not bad. Okay, do you want warp stones? It's actually a really good shop. Oops, wrong way. Rest is real. Ragnarok's for sale. Okay. Fire rods. Fire rods will be more important in the short term, especially because Ragnaroks are not equipable by many. Merit Award's actually really potentially important here. Let's get rid of the elixirs. Buy some fire rods. Important offense moving forward. Write that down. Or if I'm not checking chat and people are saying stuff, I'm just like hyper focused. Snow muffler. Okay. Dragoon boots. Okay, I gotta write some stuff down. Okay, so Albrook. Got fire rods, bags, boots. I don't like to drop too much money on potential offense when I don't actually know what I want my offense to be yet. Ragnarok will be a very likely buy, especially because Terra can use it. Okay, I think we just head north. Part of me really wants to do Thamza, but I'm just gonna... Oops. Just head north. Do a little bit of checking. And then I think I'm gonna go do... I don't know what I'm gonna do first yet. I wouldn't mind finding a Super Ball or two. Get myself out of the... Okay, so no free progression is off. Check. Glove. Genji Glove with Ragnarok. There's probably Terra's offense there. Shield. He was just Terra and Umaro, or Gogo. Who? The Dotes. I do Dotes. Can I sell? Anything else I want here? More Ragnaroks. Oh, I wanted echo screens. Alright, so free progression is on. Actually, I'm going to go through all this, and then I'm going to go to the World of Ruin and do Sabin's check for free there. Maybe I'll get Edgar's Throne along the way. This is pretty loot heavy then at the start. A little bit concerned about my slow pace here, just looting and buying stuff. These armlets are important. Ammo weapon. It's fine. Okay, now really want to find it. At half price in the shops in the World of Ruin. I should have gone to the World of Ruin first. Really thinking. Oh my god, that's bad. Sorry, I'm still missing chat if people are saying stuff. I haven't switched it over yet. Ooh, sniper's good. But just wanted to verify one more thing about scaling. Genji Glove. Ooh. Ragnaroks are even more appealing now. Tempted to honestly keep Gogo if he's got double the potential for like double rag swings. Definitely feel like this is the right play. 3 checks first, jack up the XP-GP scaling, then do some fights. Alright, so that means we're gonna go do Throne. Actually, probably gonna look at maybe doing the auction house. If I can get enough money together, that means if I do early auction house and buy the thing from the Zen Thief, that'll bring up the progression even more. Still got to keep looting because definitely concerned about my ability to win. Terra's got the highest magic. Tier 2 and match pow +1. Yeah. I also wouldn't kind of wouldn't mind getting Dancer off my team. Half price. Dragonhorn. Okay. Dragonhorn. Goon boots are available. We're definitely going to be looking for... Actually, I'm going to have to see who can wear the fixed dice. That'll be my first offense. Fixed dice are Edgar and Amaro. Oh, Edgar, you're jumping. Go get those boots back later. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, okay, I gotta do returners here. Then I'm going to the World of Ruin. Go to Zen. Collapsing House. Shop there. Then I have to go shop in World of Ruin, South Figaro, just because I've got Edgar. Economizer and a gem box. That's nice. That's nice. Oh yeah, I was gonna go... What I was gonna do, I was gonna go to Zen. See what the thief was selling for. And I was gonna look at that early auction house as an option too. Money, like, the problem with the early auction house is the money thing. Getting that much money this early with, like, little to no fighting is tricky. Okay, I'm good here. Try to remember that grill here. Important thing I think I saw there. Save. Oh yeah, we're gonna do go-go as well. Do loot Zen first. Then first. Bling bling. Lady ran right through me. Oh yeah. Zone Seek. Offering? Offering for sale? Muscle belt though. So I do know I want the offering, but don't think I'm willing to fight monsters in boxes with my level 3 party here to do it. I think we'll just accept it. And if it would have been somewhere, oh well. Right. Oh my god, I still haven't switched back to chat. Yeah, they were made with the draft bot. Sorry, Abyssal. Right, split XP. No XP party divide is true. No XP party divide is true. XP party divide is false. So, no split XP. No split XP. Choked. Yeah, that's good. If I can get those 2 more free espers, and then I should get levels very quickly. Fighting stuff. Just don't have great offense. I might actually... I'm going to wait to do the auction house, because any money that I have, I'm going to want to buy Ragnaroks to get Terra going quickly, I think. Thunder Rods. I got to sell. 3 enhancers. Got sniper. Okay, let's see what everybody can equip first. She can do sniper. Okay, enhancer. Capture. Okay. Wait on those. You unfortunately have to go back and buy that Dragoon boots, and they're far away. Actually, first I've got to do South Figaro. And I'm spending a lot of time looting. But I'm getting lots of checks done, so I don't feel too bad about it. Alright, I've gotten four free checks done. And I'm going to go do Go-Go, so that'll be 5. Another Genji glove. Interesting. Oh, more dragon horns for sale for cheap. Good Orb and Rage Ring are good to know too. Merton strats become a thing. Snowball. Valiant Knife. Half price. Edgar and Go-Go can you? This one. Strong spells. I'm tempted to have Sabin be my, like, junk guy. I like letting Go-Go do his own check. No, not Demi. I really wish I found Super Balls, though. Super Balls to get through my first check would have been nice. The extra enemy levels thing, I am gonna have to get some levels to balance that out. So I think I'll probably do my usual thing where Sabin, I do Imperial Camp first. Oh yeah. All day. All day we do that. Alright, I gotta stop looking at these flags. That was unethically clean. I needed... I wanted to get knocked off, though, so I could get those 2 extra chests. That's where the Illuminas are. Actually, this is a no Illumina seed. Also, what's up, Kilbasiago? I'm going for a probably stupid strat, but given the flags, I'm basically trying to do every free check I can first. Let's see what Remove's got. Alright, so we'll do this. Let's take everything off of him because I'm just going to let him die. Yeah, I have to go to Albrook real quick to get my boots. And maybe rags. I'm going to sell basically everything. I'm going to sell basically everything to get these boots and the Ragnaroks. That's pretty much my offense. And then I'll do the auction house later when the money's flowing a little more freely. But money is also based on progress, which is part of why I did this, so that hopefully these fights give me lots. Hopefully they're not boss fights. Alright, what have I got to sell? More elixirs? More elixirs. Rod. Choose. Don't want to sell the gem box because I've got the gem box economizer combo available. Ribbon can go. Definitely keeping the hero ring. I think this is only gonna be able to get me one Ragnarok though. I think. Hopefully it's two though. Love to have Terra double swinging with the rags. It's the one because it's max price. I think we get one, and then we do this. And we just hope the money flows soon enough. Rock. Gauntlet. Who are going to be with the boots. Where'd the boots go that I just bought? Well, am I crazy? Did I not just buy Dragoon boots? Or did I think about buying them and then I didn't buy them? That sounds like me. Alright, well this is how you lose races. Oof. Eat all the people as you go. Yeah, I didn't actually buy them. Okay, I need another 12k. Site can go. We'll sell one of these enhancers. Alright. As I was saying, get the fixed dice. Boots. You get the sniper with the thunder shield. And you get... I think I'm just gonna go... he'll be my economizer gem boxer for now. She didn't see what was on. Okay, life will be nice. And then I'm keeping him empty because he's going to be my Google Charm dead guy. All right, well I've got some offense here. I should consider. I'm spending a lot of time in menus. Mage 33, 50. I really should consider giving earrings out and just using the rods that I bought as offense here to start. No multi-summon. And there's a 13% boss rate or something here, so this might not be viable. We'll see what the bosses do, though. Okay. 26 minutes in, I'll be taking my first fight in this seed. Seems healthy. Gotta remember why remove is on, so Magitech is available. That's the one that I always forget is Magitech. Right, he can't do Espers with X Magic. How many fire rods did I get? 14. Yeah, we'll just use them up early. Okay. It's bittersweet. Okay, let's take a stab at this guy. Just because of the free heal to start with, so save me other stuff. I also want to go do Welk early. Gonna try to avoid Leet River though. I mean, it would be good for levels, but it's just such a long check. I don't know really what I want to do. Avoiding it for now, considering all the other stuff I have available. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday, bud. All right, so let's play Pay Attention to the Flags. On today's version, we use Revivify on Hiding in the Hide Knights. I didn't notice Boo was in the Discord. I'm actually going to hop in there with him and talk it out. I didn't actually notice you were in here. I was like, serious business mode.
Yeah, I've been in fuck around mode, so you're probably doing pretty good.
Yeah, I just took one of my first fights.
Yeah, me. Well, I guess technically not me, but I'm in a similar situation anyway. I've been fucking around way too much, having some fun.
I see you've also read the flags.
Kinda. Wait, is that where I want that? No.
All right, Gao on the board. I haven't found any dried meat yet. We'll see what his abilities are, though, because Sabin's kind of useless. And so if I'm just breaking rods anyway, and Gao's got good stats and decent abilities, I might just switch Sabin for Gao.
We're making some progress.
Not making progress. Lore and Slot with high magic power? Yeah, I'm going to swap him out for sure. Oh yeah, I'm doing okay. I kind of accidentally found no pre-progression was off. I thought it was on.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. Because, you know.
I honestly would not have known if I didn't talk to the Esper dude. Gotta take everything off Sabin here and then re-equip for Gao. But Gao is definitely set better up. Magic. More menuing. Okay, pretty much the same stuff. We're gonna go... okay, we're actually gonna go earrings.
See, you can use a lot of money. That's for sure. Right.
What about money?
What?
I didn't hear what you said about money. You're just saying there's lots of places to spend it?
It's a seed where you could definitely use a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Some very obvious but very expensive strats.
Yeah.
Pop out real early.
I don't care for that.
I don't know if I want to go up all the way and check Efket Narsh. This will be enough for me to peek Yeti. See that that's not a character. I don't think I want to go all the way up there. Maybe if I get Mog and I have to. I'm also going to hop behind here and get the Snow Muffler. I should actually check what his lures are. Arrow, Big Guard, Quasar, and Grand Train. Okay. It's actually good that I didn't give him the gem box then. Okay, this is playing out pretty well.
Why not?
Yeah, there we go. Watch this experience. 11,000. I gotta gain so many levels here. It would be nice if I could get Gogo to die. What's wrong, guy? Okay, did you learn all Schultz stuff yet?
Missed that flag.
Did? Speed +2. I'm gonna give him the speed +2 if he's jumping with these dice. And I'm actually gonna give Terra the strength and check. Which flag's that?
Oh, I'm not gonna say. I just wanted you to know that I missed it.
But then you didn't. Okay. Yeah, what is it? 14 espers we have to get here?
Yeah, no, it's like 17.
Is it 17? It's
Yeah.
messing with me. You're messing with me.
Yeah. I think it's 25.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
What are you on, like 10?
24.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
What do I want to do? Well, I'm having trouble thinking, so I'm just going to do Zozo because it's not a bad check. I don't want to go do Amaro's cave, but I don't like going past the dragons.
I guess.
The dragons are unscaled, so I don't have too much more leveling to do. Till the dragons are... Oops. Till the dragons are... like, within reach, I'll say, because they're unscaled, so there's no weird HP or anything like that. So with me having...
I never do this check, and I sometimes regret it, and now I'm going to do it early and regret doing it.
Wheat River?
Could say. Do I want this? I'll come back later.
I don't know what I want to do yet. I should probably do Mount Colts. Mount Colts is a fast one. It's faster than this. I probably should have done it before this. Technically, I can delete him, which I'm starting to think I should have done. Not the end of the world. Actually, sort of set up for this.
Did too many free ones up front, and my first boss fight was hard.
I don't think that's why it was hard, if you read the scaling.
Well, certainly didn't... Oh, wait. I think I hear what you're saying. So
Yeah.
I don't remember what the scaling was.
I was going to say, I did pretty much every free check I could because of the scaling.
I see. Must be party highest or party average. Or time, or obviously it's not progression, so I know what I'm gonna do right after this fight. I thought I saw progression in there, but I skimmed them pretty quickly and then read the 85 other flags to see what they were. I've forgotten 79 of them.
Well, to be fair, progression is in there somewhere.
Yeah, I thought I saw it. Where's the thing?
Alright, so now we're gonna have Gogo dead. I'm tempted to actually swap him out for Umaro, because Umaro's still like level 3. I might do that. We'll just do a three-person run.
Oh, party average. Why the
Actually,
hell did it take so long to kill them? God damn it. I've already found 3 dead checks. Ooh, hockey is what this is.
Ooh, what do you got? Also dance. 55 and I'm gonna leave her on the bench. I usually like to bring her on with me, but I'm gonna leave her on the bench this time. And I'm gonna actually keep Gogo in the party. I do want it scaled a little bit higher, so I keep getting... Actually, no, I don't, because... Yeah, I don't, actually. Because MP and stuff is based on just level, not... Or it's based on level and progression. Never mind. Confusing myself, I'm sorry. What about Colts? Remember back when you didn't really have to think about progression too much?
Yeah.
Like it's either progression or it's party. All right, into Kefka's Tower we go.
Nice. I'll be there in like an hour and a half.
What are my levels here? 24. It's still a little early for a dragon. A little early for a dragon. I could do Serpent Trench, actually. That might not be a bad play. I'm just worried about that 13% boss encounter. Because that could bite me. That'll be some good levels, good gold. What do I got for gold? 8,300?
Right.
That could be good for gold, and then I could get her double swinging the Ragnaroks. Maybe buy some more stuff. I hope I save before this. Or if I did. Oh, I've got realm checks now too. Flame Eater. Poof. Still got the high HP because I haven't kind of broadened the gap on the scaling yet. But with Go-Go dead and my characters leveling up, it'll get a lot more, like, I'll say, feeling like normal scaling soon. Part of the problem is going to be I'm going to have to bring along these low-level teammates when I get into the into Kefka's Tower for sure. I wonder if I should. I can't. I was gonna say I wonder if I should put the gauntlet on. I can't do that. Both of his equipable slots. Moving along. I don't actually know what I just got there. I don't remember. Was it an Esper? Oh no, it was Genji armor. Boy, dead checks.
Yay!
You have a Thunder Rod. Yeah, we'll use it. I should check and see what her dances are, see if there's anything useful. Cruising along. I do know that I've got the Valiant Knife available too. I forget who can use them though.
That's fine.
I think Edgar can. Check and see. Another dead check. And there's another dead check. I think I'm just following your footsteps.
I think I probably know where you are.
Let's go this way. All right. So the plan here, get money. That Terra can dual wield these Ragnaroks. Would be really nice if I found an offering. Don't know. It's probably worth going to look for, but it's kind of dicey switching up my team at this point. None of the people on my team can do it. Oh, this is not what I want to see. Let's see. See if I get lucky, if I can take care of him fairly quickly. It's too bad I have fire rods and not ice rods. If I had ice rods, this would go fast. Okay. It's not good.
Whoop.
So pretty bad. This is good for XP on these two. So I'm kind of tempted to keep it going. Well, I'm making a bad decision.
I say go for it.
Yeah, good call. Either a bad decision or the best decision.
Seed cracker. He's talking to me. Why?
So doing these fights are actually going to make everything harder. I'm leveling up my team. And I'm not going to get much more experience. Although experience is also based on level, so will be some.
Stupid dog.
She does need some... But it's kind of a combination, right? Things are going to get harder, but it'll also widen the level gap to Go-Go. So then things will also simultaneously get easier. So it's very confusing. So what do I want to do after this? I could try to do Funbaba. I think I've got strong enough offense with these three. Should be okay. That money. This is a good excuse to check the shops in Nikia. Go to Jadur. I can start doing dragon checks after this, actually. That's probably what I'll do. Probably start doing dragon checks. Phantom. Like me a phantom. Match POW +2. So you're gonna get... Bahamut got
I
speed.
want to go out of my way to get a chest and then it's empty. Chaps my ass.
It's the best. Offerings? Offerings? Experience eggs. I don't need them. I already got my strategy set up for XP. It's not required. More Ragnarok and fixed dice for sale. Okay, let's see if I can just buy that other Ragnarok right now then. Do I sell Atma Weapon? Yeah, I think I do. I do. The only reason I think I do is because I'm dumb. So now
This might be a bad idea.
this. Cheese. East now. Here's my dried meat. So I should probably just go do that now. It's fast. Wrong, Javin. Wrong, wrong, wrong. I think I'm good. In terms of like strategies. Like there's other stuff I could do. The only thing I might consider doing is instead of the jumping, like if I do find an offering, then I can go dual Valiant Knife. I can go dual Valiant Knife with offering with Edgar, and I'll go do that if it comes up, but I don't think I'm gonna do anything to pursue it early. No money. Okay, so what do I want to do? I think I'm now
you.
gonna
Another
go
check.
do try talk.
Number 4.
Yeah, I'm basically addicted to no free progression now.
Only work out sometimes.
Just like getting dead checks only when you want to on purpose, and everything else is on purpose. It's so nice.
Yeah, I get that.
Speed +2.
You cock.
Okay. Useless little dude back. What did I say I was gonna do? World of Ruin. Yeesh. I gotta kill 3 dragons, so I'm not just doing the dragons for or for levels or whatever. I do need to kill them. Somehow. Go game alive again. But it's not split XP, so he doesn't have to be dead. I know I wasted a couple turns to kill him before, because I'm usually used to being in this state where it's a split XP thing, and I want my team to get split XP. In this case... Oh, no. Okay, so... No. Alright, killing him was on purpose, because I want him to remain alone. My brain is scrambled. I just maybe consider what I'm about to say before I say it. Okay, so... hoping to earn a lot of money, because there's a lot of good... stuff available that not everybody can use. So, like I said, I think my offense here is fine. Got good strategies with everyone.
I guess.
Dragon.
God damn it.
I don't think I have Muddle with anyone.
Too much.
I have Sourmouth? I think I did. Discord. Big Guard.
That's what I was looking for.
Fire Rod's probably not going to work too well on the Red Dragon. Let's try. Okay. I should check the dances at some point. Check the dances at some point. Shield. I also need, like, tents. Tents and sleeping bags are actually probably my biggest missing asset right now. Fire. But it matters because full offense is non-elemental right now, and Terra's going to accidentally kill herself.
Running into any issues over there?
Not really. I might run into one now because I almost killed myself, and then the enemy might just end up finishing that job for me, but otherwise not really. I'm pretty sure I've got my end game offense here, and
Yeah.
defense isn't too bad, so I'm just kind of running through checks at this.
Yeah. In the same spot, I just keep hitting fucking dead checks.
Ooh, I just hit another one. Probably one that you hit.
Maybe.
Offense could get better. I mean, for one specific item, and it would get a lot better. But otherwise,
Yeah.
it's
I think I know what specific item you're looking for. If I had to guess.
I'm not gonna lie though. I'm not gonna look for it too much.
Yeah. I looked for it, I think.
Ooh, I forgot that
fuck
the Coliseum's available.
Fuck you,
I'm gonna go check that actually, just
You
to take a
son of
peek.
bitch.
It's pretty rude. I should take a peek in the Coliseum for it though. It's definitely worth going for. I really wish Terra didn't have dance. If I could just make her attack the Coliseum, that'd be really nice. But Go-Go could. Ragnarok. Magicite. Go-Go could, because he can use Ragnarok. Not a bad play, actually. It's based on his level, so it doesn't... Poltergeist! Uh-oh. Problem. Potentially. W wind. Miss.
Oh, here's dead check number 6. This sucks.
The dream.
You know how many dead checks there are total?
I don't actually.
Any given seed, I think there are like 50 possible checks. I don't know. Oh fuck! That's not
What the fuck? Well, I'm not gonna tell you what boss it was, but I just got countered with a fallen one.
Huh. Pretty good.
That was fun, yeah. Unexpected. Here's Merton.
Oh, I just got gonered.
Sure. Hear yourself. Get you out of here in case you need to stay alive.
And that killed me.
Oh, hyperdrive.
Dead.
Wonder if we're fighting the same thing.
Wow, that was the biggest goner I've ever seen. Hey, hit the button.
I might use Big
Okay,
Guard with
well,
Gao here.
I guess that was out. That was a complete waste of time.
So we're gonna get him up here.
Okay,
This.
no, wait.
Then we're gonna cast Big Guard from Gao because Big Guard will wake. Uh-oh. Problem. Wake! Oh my god, that almost wiped me.
I just got wiped by the biggest goner that anyone has ever gonered. Probably not specifically true, but did a lot more than Kefka.
Yeah, I'm really scared of that. Especially because what I'm fighting right now keeps hitting me with hyperdrives. We're gonna get Edgar in the air because we're finishing this fight no matter what. What? Why did he land so fast? All right, we're just swinging now. Okay, and we're gonna jump with him because it'll jump next no matter what. Jump is a funky command. Cyclonic is fine. It's not good, but it's fun. Yes, let's go. Whew. Glad I survived that. It's 30k experience. Or Lance. Okay, let's see if Edgar can use that. He can. Interesting. I'm gonna give it to him for a little bit and see how he does. See how he does. We're also gonna heal.
Dang, not cutting me any
Poltergeist
breaks
is crazy. Yeah, I'm glad I got through that. I was legitimately getting pretty worried about that fight. Okay, I'm gonna take a peek. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm gonna take a quick peek here for
What do you even do?
what am I doing?
Useless.
I'm gonna take a quick peek here for an offering. Really quick peek. With pleasure. Genji Glove, Ragnarok. Belt. Nope. Might be in there, but I was hoping it would show. Yeah, the Poltergeist was crazy. I don't know if he is or not, because we're, you know, whatever, but I feel like that's probably what who was fighting. How much money do I have? Can I auction house yet? I have no money. Probably sell. I think I've got excess snow mufflers and stuff I could probably sell. Gotta keep doing checks. White Dragon.
Check number, what is that? What am I on? 6, 7?
Do I have Reflect or
I have a
Carbuncle or
shitload of
anything?
elemental shields now, though.
Let's get another big guard going. Hey, that's fun.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Fixed dice are cool, but have you ever jumped with an ore lance? Oh yeah, we're flying now. Well, especially against the dragons, because they're not scaled. So now that I'm getting to be crazy levels, they're gonna be pretty simple. Pearl Lance. I wonder if you could use the Pearl Lance. Muffler again. This is what I mean. I've got stuff I can sell. I think we do. I think we're gonna go here.
Scaling, it kind of hits like a truck.
Say, what's that? Okay. What?
I was pushing the button, it wasn't doing anything.
Alright.
But
Well, I do need those anyway. Okay, so do I want to get rid of fixed ice? Not yet. Not yet. But we're gonna get rid of the Genji shield though. Gonna get rid of the Genji armor. We're gonna get rid of Pearl Lance. And I think maybe the snow muffler.
Twat.
No, we'll do Marvel shoes. Snow muffler's potentially good. Get rid of one of those. Technically all I need to buy this thing out. Fingers crossed for no Imp Robot. Imp Robot. Pretty sure I saved just outside. The odds of Imp Robot are pretty low, actually. Odds of Imp Robot are something like 6%. True story. Okay. Know what I'm selling this time? I might actually go out after I sell too. Oh, ice shields for sale. Interesting. Not really needed, but interesting. I lied. I don't remember what I sold at all. Genji shield. Genji armor. Coin toss. Sneak ring.
What is happening?
Shoes. Marvel shoes. Technically only need 80k. Technically only need 80k. No, it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't hash. Because of me having to sell again. That was poor planning. That's actually why I came back out and saved again. Which is probably being like very paranoid. But I've gotten into some horrible imp robot cycles before. I mean, I could definitely not be still doing checks if I didn't have to get 14 espers.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm fighting fine. It's just I can't find any fucking espers. Like I haven't found one in like at least 10 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Just hit. Well, I take that. I just found one before that.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. If this seed is locked behind Leet River, I quit. Because I'm not doing that until I have to.
Did I just? Yeah, no. I don't know what I'm doing now. I forgot where I went.
All
I don't
right.
even know if I'm in the right place. To be honest, I wasn't paying attention.
Nice. The gods are shining upon me. I will say one thing that's nice about the like 14 Esper thing is you're likely to get your calmness protection.
I guess.
Or something. Something's gonna have life 3, or you're gonna get one of the magical desired Espers.
Oh my god, when? Oh, I just got that. Okay, never mind.
Okay, I haven't done an Esper check in a little bit.
Sure.
HP plus 10.
Oh god.
Match POW. Speed. Strength plus 2. Okay. Okay. I think I saw quick there. I need some of that Javinator luck. Hey, that never happens to me. That never happens to me.
And I have to pee.
We can do a gentleman's pause if you'd like.
I might take you up on that.
Well, you let me know. I got my pause button ready to go.
Alright. I'm in the middle of the fight, but when I'm done, I will take you up. Okay. Pause.
Ready to pause when you are.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, pause. I'll be back in 1 minute.
All right, I'm gonna go get a drink, and I'll be back too. Okay, be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink. Got the gentleman's pause going here. The race time in the room is not gonna be accurate now compared to this, but it's all good. So I'll be right back. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to just be disgusting there. I sat down. Sorry about that if you just heard me. Are you back, sir? Oh, that sucks. Double Ultima counter. That sucks. Sometimes I get so, like, excited at the end, and I lose count of the HP, and I just, instead of being careful,
I'm
I just
back.
start going for it.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Resume.
Resumed.
Enhance. You ever had a kidney stone?
Nope.
Just passed my 4th one last night.
Congratulations.
I mean, not like in one day, but you know.
Yeah.
And now I have to pee all the time.
I thought you were going to say you just did. I'm like, you're very calm for someone who just passed the kidney stone.
No, it was, yeah.
I just realized that wasn't supposed to be a boss fight.
I knew it was coming because, you know, you can pee, like, it was hurting to pee for like a week because it was just stuck in there. And then last night it was finally like, oh shit, and it was stuck like pretty close there. And I knew it was coming on the next one. And that whole like hour and a half I had to wait was tense.
You know what I don't like? Bosses mixed in with fixed encounters.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm with you on that one.
Also kidney stones. But
Also just found another goddamn character. Still no espers. So I'm reasonably confident you're like at least 3 espers ahead of me. Maybe 4.
well, this fight is definitely going to help you catch up, because this is nuts. This random boss that I happened to pick up here is insane. And I'm gonna die. Yeah. I don't know if I'm even gonna attempt this. I might just check and hope for the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to back out of one due to it not being worth it.
I'm gonna try one more just to not be a... Or no, I'm not.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I lost that Esper. I lost that Esper
Oh, I
because I
just
didn't
soft locked
save.
myself.
I didn't save after that Esper. Actually, I just lost a ton of progress. Like a ton.
God damn it.
I just lost a
I have
lot.
to reset. I wire removed
Phantom
the
Train?
wrong thing. Yes.
That's a classic. Oh, Magitech Factory.
It's
Boo's
okay, I
not gonna
saved
even
right
think
after
about that one.
I knew I'd
Okay.
done everything else. I was saved this, well, almost everything else. I was saving this one to come back to in case I needed it, and I need it.
Does it have a chance to be something else? I'm just gonna give it up anyway. It's too much risk.
A couple long checks that I don't want to do, but
Yeah.
we're doing
See?
this.
See, Hash? You asked for it. Real monkey paw. Monkey's paw luck.
Oh, look at that.
I get.
That's weird.
I'll tell you, highly scaled goddess is terrifying.
Well, since you know that I'm in the Phantom Train, have you done the Phantom Train yet?
I have not, no.
Okay, well then I won't tell you.
Well, I do know it has an Esper now. So that's good. I'll be there soon enough.
Well, the fight in the door, like the one that I soft locked out of that I wire removed and shouldn't have, that fight is an interestingly what do you call it? What do you call it? What do you call it? Coincidental, I guess you could say.
So, somebody in my chat said that they're pretty sure the random boss fights aren't...
Random boss fights what?
Like they might not be the same every time?
Oh. I see. Yeah, I didn't
There
pay
we go.
attention to that flag.
There we go. So it's 13% boss fights mixed in with... even if it's not a boss you're talking about, but it's 13% boss fights mixed in, but I think it's not necessarily always the same encounter, is what somebody's telling me, but I'm too scared to check because Goddess just killed me hard on one of them, and I don't want to go through that again.
I think Atma wrote the logic to be it'll always be the same when the seed is generated. It just it'll always be one of the two to four available. I'm not sure.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I guess I can't say it doesn't switch for sure. So. God damn it.
I think I switched some Espers around before, but I'm just gonna leave. Okay, so I lost a lot of time there. Well, if I was ahead by like 3 Espers, I suspect I lost that just there.
Huh. That sucks. I'm gonna go back and check this because I'm curious. Oops.
Oh man, between taking drinks and doing chat because I pushed the talk on. So I almost guarantee you, although not necessarily, pretty sure that is only one formation in that one. And okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not checking it again anyway because it's behind tentacles. Unnecessary time for what is only potentially an Esper check. I think I'm gonna do this. I'll get the 2 Espers and warp out. I shouldn't be checking these anymore, but you never know. You may dodge one. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna check Funbaba to see if that's an Esper. I kind of want to go do Edgar's and have that be my dragon. I could also go do... Actually, it's probably faster to do Science check for the dragon.
That's gonna kill me.
That should have been one of the ones that I did that was like free, but I was kind of intentionally saving it so I could get the dragon after.
Yeah, this must be, I mean, I should have figured this out by now, but it's random element scaling.
Yeah, I just grand trained myself. Isn't that awesome?
Is it grand train?
Yep.
Let's see. Stop it.
Can't believe that just happened. I'm getting out of here. She can kill herself. Hatch have luck, yeah.
Oh shit, I just got ultimate.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, this is not good. Ooh. Well, one person survived and killed him, so I guess good. Jesus Christ. This is gonna be brutal. And I'm not even close to being done. Not even close.
Wondering if I should switch Edgar back to the fixed dice for this fight. He doesn't have great output right now. Number 24's physical defense is actually pretty high. I mean, it's still pretty good, right? He's routinely hitting for minimum 3,000. Or 6,000, I mean. Alright, we lived through that. That was unnecessarily tense.
Jesus fucking Christ, another character.
Who's having a great time? I have a feeling I'm going to get right to the end. Oh, dead check. Perfect. I was going to say there's actually no reason for me to save here. Because if I died on the next one, I could just delete this guy at the door, but I might as well keep the experience I got. Final battles aren't scaled, so these extra levels technically make Kefka easier. And what I'm going to do is send these 3 solo, but I'm probably going to leave Gogo on the ship, and I'll bring 3 others with them who are like level 3. Magi Master. Rough. Uh-oh. This is actually exactly why I kept the fixed dice for an encounter like this. I can do here? Not really. She's kind of stuck. Wombat. I guess I could cast Float. Try to keep her up. This is going to be dicey. I actually didn't check if his Ultima flag was on or not. Ooh, now I'm getting Ultimate. Wow, that was a big Ultima.
Sounds like you survived.
For now. I don't think I'm going to survive the next one unless things go exceptionally well for me, which they are not. Okay, so the good thing here, actually, is Edgar's speed is so high. I think I can get the jump off for the wall change every time. Okay, that's going to make battles really tough, though. Okay, not a dead check, though. At least that. So, yeah, so basically jump will kind of execute before anything. And so... yeah, basically he was able to land, and then in the time wall change happened because the speed is so nuts, he was able to jump again before wall change finished, and I think he would have been basically invincible for that check. It's kind of funny. Alright, 3 more. I know one of them's a Phantom Train, even though there's a potentially pretty dicey boss there. There's a save point up. For the dragon fight, and this will be my 3rd dragon. I think I'm generally gotta stop looting. Just accept that I'm not gonna do the offering thing. He says as he opens a chest. Maybe I'm just gonna do the ones that are like 1 or 2 steps off the path. So like I'm still gonna do this one.
Didn't hit that button.
Weird.
It was right during the transition.
Ghosts, probably. It's the only thing that makes
Probably.
sense.
Oh god, another carrot. Oh boy.
I have a feeling I'm gonna be right behind you, and I'm just not finding your character chain yet.
Yeah, I have 10.
This hopefully won't be too bad. Gogo should die, which is what I want. I will say whenever I do get to Kefka, he's gonna die fast.
Real fast, yeah.
Trip up is not gonna be pleasant though. Actually, it won't be bad because of how I'm splitting the party. So it actually should be pretty easy. But shh, Boo doesn't need to know that. Another economizer. Not awful find. Awful find.
Bring it
Character. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here comes the characters. Okay, so what would be fast next? I gotta check Funbaba. I've gotta check
Okay.
Funbaba.
Interesting.
Really don't want to do Lee River. So Funbaba should get me one. Just don't do 62k and get Ultimas. Yeah. Okay, let's see what Funbaba's up to. I should save, actually, because I have a feeling if I accidentally hit Doomgaze, he's going to be terrifying.
Right? Whatever it was.
Alright.
The seed blows.
Yeah, yeah. Empty. No, I'm not going to take XP egg away.
Blame.
Check.
I blame
It's Jones's fault.
Jones.
Yeah.
I think you were the one who...
Okay, well, I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna go do again. See what, because it's a 2-in-1 check. Probably gonna need another character to get the checks I need. I don't really have quick checks left, really. I never checked these shops. I'll check the relic shop on the way down. No, never mind. It's a trap. It's a trap. The dual Valiant Knife thing seems so tempting, but it's just a trap. Look at how much damage I'm doing with everybody. Okay, so I'm saving Phantom Train on purpose because I know it's an Esper. Yeah, I don't think I've had the streak you've had, but they've been pretty spread out. Like, I haven't been like, oh, cool, like 4 Esper checks in a row, nice. That hasn't really been happening.
Yeah. I'm just running out of places to go, and I'm still not even close. I've only gotten 1 Esper in the past, like, half an hour.
Oh, that's crazy. All right, probably an Esper there. Probably an Esper there.
And now I'm trying to do this
Maybe
fucking
not,
Zone
though.
Eater check, and he's dimmied me 7 times in a row.
Okay, if this
ran
is
away
2
and found a new
Espers,
encounter
we're
just to try
good,
my
but
other
they're probably
luck
going
at
to be dead.
another one.
Assuming...
And 2 demis in a row just now. Fuck me. See, it's driving me crazy.
Have you ever been killed by demis? Like, he will eventually get you to 1 HP and then kill you?
I haven't by him, but I figured that out. Actually, no, I figured that out on like a whirlwind.
All right, nice.
Or whatever W word you want to use.
I should consider that quick. Okay. That's what I meant to give her. I meant to give him that. What did I just get? Seraphim? Life 3? Yeah, I gotta teach him life 3. Have to. Alright, moving. Really wish I could warp out of here. Actually, you know what? Do this. Let's make this fight a little easier for me. Alright, so, yeah. Really hope this is an Esper. Because, well, I got Edgar's 2 checks, so likely one of those is an Esper character. Yeah. Phantom Train sounds like it's going to be potentially rough, but should be doable. Okay, so hopefully this isn't bad, but Ultros is actually surprisingly scary when he's very highly scaled. Actually, with the level 3 Umaro, this will be easy. Yeah, I should have killed Umaro. Now Umaro's going to get levels, and the tower's going to be tough. Tentacles really hurts. Yeah, Tentacle really hurts. That's actually part of why I switched Umaro in there, because he's only level 3. Magicite, yes! Okay. Well. Let's go get the last one, and let's finish this off. I did Zone Eater Cave. I forget what the reward was, though.
It was a Esper.
Hey, congratulations on breaking the streak. Better do elite just in case. Just in case, you're right. Alright.
I got Merton.
I'm really worried about what this potential Phantom Train thing is that messed with Boo, but if it's an Esper, I've got to do it. I've got to do it. I'm assuming he did the Edgar checks, so I'm kind of scared to do those because it sounds like that's not the path. Better elite than never? Alright, well... If I have any mods in the chat, can you please ban Abyssal Mole?
You had that queued, you piece of shit.
Oh, it's Setzer. Well, okay, I'm bringing him along because he's got good checks. Phantom Train's not an Esper.
I never said it was.
I understand why you did it while you have an Esper hunt to do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit!
I'm really worried because he would have done these checks right after and they would have been dead.
Yeah,
I should consider not doing it.
I didn't say that.
I was going to do this anyway, but with all your talk of dead checks, I don't know if I want to follow through. I have a feeling I know what's coming. What's coming after this.
Oh boy, finally, not a dead check. Well, 2 in a row, I guess. That's a pretty good streak for me. Alright.
I'll say I'm pretty close, which I think means that I'm ready to get a horrible streak of dead checks.
I hope so, because I'm still not close. Just not good at all.
I'm gonna save here just in case this boss is an absolute nightmare. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure Boo would have done Doomgaze immediately following this. Ugh, Funbaba scaled is gonna be tough. Maybe not. Only did 59 damage. Never mind. Found it. Oh, he's still good.
Check number 8 or 9.
He's very chunky, so with his high scaling, he's gonna have, like, max HP. Oh, there's Merton. It's not so bad, though. His magic power and stuff seems to be really low. I'm trying to keep Edgar in the air, though. More as a defensive move than an offensive move. Alright, well, regardless of what I think Boo did, I'm gonna follow the same path. I'm gonna go to Klingen, I'm gonna get the free check, and then I'm gonna fight Doomgaze. These levels. These are the highest levels I've had in quite a long time. Alright, you know what? Let's check Klingen first, just in case I maybe don't need to fight this fight.
Suck.
Oh, another character.
Jackass.
Oh, another character. I'm definitely on the Boo path here.
Alright, well hopefully that means I'm gonna start hitting some espers.
Do not freeze them.
Oh, come on.
So what is good, like, I know these things are gonna hit like a truck now, but what is good, is that, you know, there is only a max HP that you can get to. And so when I'm doing this much damage, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you're gonna... If I can just live through a few turns, I'm gonna do enough damage to knock them down. Hoping that this Grand Train does it.
Hey. Alright. That went better than I expected.
Yeah. 65k is the most they're gonna have. So if I'm doing 10k or more every turn, then it's not that bad. Found what, sorry?
Hyperscaled goddess.
Oh yeah. Was it in Shadur's basement? Curiously? Out of curiosity. Not a dead check. Not a dead check. Yeah, that was a rough one.
That was actually one. I honestly don't think. I think goddess took 1 turn. And just annihilated that bitch.
I was not in that kind of a position. Alright, I think we're good to go here, though. Unless it's 15. I actually should check. I thought it was 14, but I don't want to...
No.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Into the tower we go. Okay, so I think Edgar on the right path. Here. Terra here, Gao here. And we're populating with everyone that's low levels. Low levels. You're all too high. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna take the risk. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, Rod, that's right. They are... So they're not just Fire 2, actually. They're Fire 2, but they ignore magic defense. So there is a pretty significant difference there, actually. I made a really big mistake here, and I actually just left a Moogle Charm on Go-Go. That was an unnecessary waste of time. So I'm doing this on purpose to try to keep the levels of these bosses as low as possible, to make them as easy as I can to go through. Charm. Alright. Here's hoping for the best. Big reason I put Edgar down this path is because he kind of self-defends with his jump. And if I run into something that has like really weird physical defense or something like that, I can always just use...
How many characters you got now?
10? Lots. Lots. Senor! Here we go. Didn't quite make it. This is actually a scary fight. His speed, jacking up his speed as a jumper was a good idea. Strength is tempting too, because then he'd be jumping for like 4 9s by now for sure. Getting the extra turns in and almost the instant drop is really important. I really don't want him to get hit with Hypno again. Fast. Whew. Take a turn while I'm in the air. No, I'm still gonna get hit. Is you dead? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Not to get this guy, in case you're wondering.
What's that, sorry?
Nothing, doesn't matter. Just trying to...
Well, okay.
get through this seed.
Really interested to see how many more checks you ended up doing than me. Because I did have a pretty circuitous path, we'll say, but I don't think I had as bad of luck as you've had.
Well, mine ain't over, so sounds worse.
I don't know why I checked that. I gotta remember to dish out the life 3s with Gao. Get up there. Although...
Getting closer.
I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty wrong. I thought Phantom Train, from what you were saying, was... Esper. And then... based on the character you got there, I assumed that all of that character's checks were Dead's checks, which was also wrong. Basically learn not to ever assume what Boo's doing, because I'm probably wrong.
Probably.
Alright, well, here's hoping that I get through this fight okay. Whatever it is. I think I should have 2 Mega Elixirs then, right? Because I killed Magimaster and I picked up another. Yeah, I think I mentioned it, but yeah, so it's... you mentioned rods like, what, 10 minutes ago now? So it is fire 2, but it's the max damage roll, because there's like a damage roll that happens there, so it's a max damage roll. And it cuts through magic defense, and it's not reflectable. So rods are very strong. Rods are very strong. I might have to ask for a gentleman's pause in a little bit myself.
Alright. I need to catch up, so I'm just going to keep going.
That's fair.
Gentlemen, I'm not a gentleman. I'm just getting my pause.
Yeah, I won't be for like 10 minutes or so. Just letting you know.
Okay.
A Doom Gaze would be bad. Doom Gaze would be bad.
One more
Oh
dead check
god.
just to get some fucking dirt on my grave, I guess.
Scaled Atma Weapon is
Pretty sure that's dead check
so scary. And train on a solo target. I'd have to switch him to Force Armor. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Speed, come on. Miss, 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 miss. Miss, 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 miss. Well, I think I'm about to take it on 4. So, catch up time. Never mind.
Let's go.
Never mind. Yeah. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Did buy some sleeping bags, didn't I? Or did I do that after I didn't? Oh my god. Okay. So I bought them, but when I took that wipe, I didn't I didn't buy them again. Whoops.
No, it's just comical now.
It's like you're doing it on purpose. Soul. You have a Pearl Rod. Absorbs Pearl. Ice Shield's a nice play, though.
Like I planned it.
That Ice Shield go? Where'd it go? There are... Chaboing? Yeah, fixed ice. Okay, well that was an unfortunate bounce around. The good news actually though with those dudes fading in and out is that Edgar's gonna always get to jump away again before he gets hit with anything. That did kind of work out how I wanted though. I intentionally broke the shields to get him like significantly lower so I'd only have to jump like once or twice. Wondering why I picked the fixed dice? It was just because
Not cut me
he's
any
got
cakes today.
some decent bad. He's got some pretty decent physical defense. So I didn't know with all the bouncing and stuff with an or lance. Oh, not wondering? Okay. And then remember that everything is scaled lower just because I've only got, like, the way I set my parties up. So I don't really have calmness protection, and I don't have mute. Whoops. Thank you. I do have life 3 though, yep. I think only Gao's got it, but that's okay. Wish I had mute. Honestly, might have mute on one of the espers. I kind of stopped checking them. Not really what I'm looking for here. Let's do rods. Alright, he's probably gonna grew through the next one. Oh, never mind. Scaled low. You really need Terra and Edgar for fun. I like having more than one though, because if I get hit with an Ultima or something like that, the damage splits, so it's good to have multiple people up. Plus I can use Big Guard with Gao. And Big Guard will do... I'm pretty sure it's both shell and safe, I think. It's either shell... It's either shell for everyone or it's shell and safe. I always forget. But either way, it goes a long way for keeping people alive. Because shell will cut Goner in half, for example.
Must have died and lost it.
What's that? Oh, I did. I definitely had a wipe and lost a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I had an item I was looking for and it ain't here.
Yep. I was like, oh boy, good thing I bought all those sleeping bags. I apparently did not. Nope. I have a feeling this is going to be quick. Real quick. I just kind of have to be careful not to fill stuff too much out of order here. I don't have it, but I don't know because yeah, it should actually. It should. I was saying because there's level adjustments, but those don't apply to the unscaled bosses. So yeah, level 5 Doom should work, I think. But again, I don't think I have it. If I do, I just like blanked out and didn't even pay attention to the fact that it's in my lore list. I just saw it on Gao. Maybe we can take a check. Very possible it's there. Oh yeah, it is there. Can't remember if this actually even works on this, or if it's just tier 1. No, it's just tier 1. That's fast. So I know it was working in some flag sets people were doing because of there's like the way the scaling worked, like in a lot of the drafts, like the base scaling was set up such that the final bosses were susceptible to it under certain conditions. I was like, you have 2 Ragnaroks. Please start blocking more stuff. Look at the speed. I'm not gonna lie, I've got Edgar jumping around, and I've had a +2 speed Esper on him the entire game, and he's very fast.
Yeah, I was looking for, well, I found dragon horns, they were actually everywhere, but I never found Dragoon boots, but I wasn't
Albrook,
really looking
World
for
of Balance.
Yeah, I didn't go there.
I kind of only went there by chance because I did Sealed Gate first. I was like, yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, I did too, but I went up to Thamasa instead.
Yeah, that was my coin flip for sure. Alright, so now we do the life 3 thing. Do it on Edgar first, because he's going to jump away.
But I found Valiant Knives, so...
I found those too, but I never found the offering.
Oh, I didn't either. I just have a Genji glove and 2 Valiant Knives. It's getting the job done.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, I have 100% HP Esper and a muscle belt, so...
Right. I ended up going dual swinging Ragnaroks with Terra.
Yeah, I've got that as well.
Bouncing around with Edgar. And Gao rocking lore the whole time. Uh-oh.
I'm regrettably stuck with Go-Go.
Uh-oh. Oh, no way! No way. Well, I might wipe to Kefka here. Very real possibility. I just got trolled. I just got trolled pretty hard. Pretty real hard.
I am at the statue fights right now.
Okay. Well, if I wipe here, I suspect we'll be close. I suspect we'll be close. I don't think he ever learned Life 3. This fight is honestly going to be a coin flip.
I've got Edgar at max HP.
Well, I've got a Dragooning Edgar with not at max HP. Solo against Kefka. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. That was a handy 4-hopper there. Oops, I'm not done. I lied. Undone. Whew.
So you died?
No, I didn't die. But I typed done because I thought I counted the HP that I was done, but I did not. Okay, now I'm done. GG, sir. Okay, I'm gonna go to the washroom, and then I'm gonna go feed the cat.
GG. Good job.
I gotta go feed the cat. I'll be back to like muse about the seed though.
All right.
If anybody wants to go watch Boo finish off his race, go there, and I'll be right back. I gotta feed the cat. Hit the washroom real quick. Actually, no, yeah, I'll just leave that link, and I'll let the outro play here, and I'll be right back.
What's you mean how long have I been playing today, or like how long have I been playing this game? What was I looking for? Sorry. I don't have Siren. I'm just fiddling around here. Sure. How long have I been playing Worlds Collide this session, or like since? I'll just answer both questions. I have been playing today for 2 hours, and I've been playing this game since May of last year. So about 18 months now. Although I took like a 3-month break in there too. Got a little burnt out, doing a lot of tournaments and all that sort of stuff. Plus, lockdown ended and things were opening up. There was more to do. So stopped playing for a while. But I'm back. No, my name is not. Oh, no, name not in reference to that meme. That's an unfortunate coincidence, especially when Jack and I were playing together, because they'd always say Boo or Boo Jack, and I'd be like, what? But no, not in reference. Just actually, the name came from I couldn't think of a good name because I'm not a big gamer, and I couldn't think of anything to call myself. So my wife calls me Boo as a joke, like what's up, Boo? That sort of thing, and she was there while I was creating my thing, so I just chose Boo. And it's fun because when people say, hey Boo, I can say, what's up, Boo? But that's about it. But no, I've been around for quite a while. Did I ever learn Ultima? No, I guess I didn't. Fine. Who needs it? I forgot. Somebody has Terra's fast. I don't know who has it regularly.
All right, I'm back.
You.
You win yet?
Doesn't matter. Huh?
Did you win yet?
No, I'm on tier. I'm just about. I think this will do it for tier 1 here. Moving on to tier 2.
All right, I'm gonna bring it up.
Yeah, super look like Yokos because they look like sperm. Boo.
Okay.
No, actually, I'm. Well, you know what? That's gonna sound like I'm bragging, and since Kibasiago is here to give me shit, I'm not even gonna say it. But I've been around for a long time.
Yeah, I was gonna fall into that Valiant Knife trap, but it was a trap. I don't know if you did, but I actually left Gogo dead the whole game on purpose because it was all party average level. So I kept him killed as much as possible to keep the enemy levels like normal-ish instead of like party +1.
No, I didn't put that much thought into it at all. Also because I didn't realize it was party average till like what 40 minutes in or something like that. So,
right.
you know, I just kind of went with it. But yeah, the scaling was pretty nutso. I got the big problem I ran into. Well, not big problem, but the problem I ran into. Do I have mute? I do not.
Hold on.
The problem I ran into was I went to Magitech Factory and ran into
Turn Boo up a little
Magimaster,
here.
and he's the one who gonered me for like 4,500 to the whole party.
Yeah, I actually was super lucky how I was able to get through him. So I mentioned that I had Edgar jumping, and originally he was with fixed dice. After I beat Poltergeist, I gave him the Ore Lance, but I still had the fixed dice in my back pocket. And his speed was so high that I could actually have jump queued up again before he was finished the animation for wall change. And so everybody else in the party was dead, and he would just jump and land before he could actually get hit with anything.
Oh yeah, no, I was just doing it the old-fashioned way, and I thought, you know, I was hitting him for, you know, my Valiant Knife user even without an offering does like at least 16,000 a turn. So I thought, all right, it was 2 or 3 turns, I'll be cool. And now he just instantly gonered me and wiped the whole party. So I just didn't bother going back because the first check was dead anyway. So I could have skipped it, but I just figured it wasn't worth it and I'd go somewhere else. And then I ran into like 17 dead checks and got 10 characters. So I guess that was a mistake. Should have put fight command on Gogo. He's got a Ragnarok just sitting there.
There we go.
Doesn't matter.
You can all see what we're actually looking at here. I've got the sound off though, just because we'll get duel of Boo coming through his stream and then Boo coming through my Discord. Just so anybody knows who's chilling, I am probably gonna go and move on to Earthbound after this, maybe a couple seeds. So I wouldn't want you to stick around if you're not interested in that at all. Totally understand. But yeah,
I forgot to mention in the beginning of the game, I saw Ragnaroks for sale in Zen, I think, but I happened to go check the Coliseum, and you could get Ragnaroks for tents fighting a commando.
Oh, really?
So I picked up 3 of those because I happened to find 3 tents somewhere, or maybe but I also took in a character with dance, and the dance had no damaging dances at all, so I had to reset out and
should learn the game, a game that I play, and then join Edgeworth in commentary for 2 marathons coming up. That's what I should do. That's a bold statement.
In the end,
bold statement.
Free Ragnaroks are nice.
I do know a game you play. It's Worlds Collide. Yeah, I'm watching
tracker.
your race. Yep.
So if you can see the tracker, I did the only one I have, even though some are grayed out, the only ones I haven't done were Leet River and then Gauss checks. I did every other one.
So I did Gauss checks. I did Serpent Trench really early for money because I wanted to buy those Ragnaroks, and I didn't check Coliseum until way later. I didn't check Coliseum until I was looking for. Oh, there it is. You passed it.
Regular elixirs in here. I don't want the
regular.
I don't want the mega. Oh, there they are. Yeah, because I want to keep Edgar almost dead.
Yeah, if I'd found, I did take a peek late for the offering to help him out, but he was landing ore lances by the end of the game of like 8,000 to jump, so he was doing okay himself. Running Shadowrun and
Found
then
an
for
Esper
SG
with
Live and
Ultima
Questing for
on it,
Glory,
but it was a ×1. I never even learned it.
and all my own priorities and do this thing for me. Tempting. Oh yeah, I did the same thing you did with Terra, the double rags. So what's Sabin's offense? Is he magic? Or like what did you
Just
do with
magic.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just put like a +2 on him.
Yeah, I only had a
GG.
+1 actually, but yeah, he was doing okay. I had Fire 3 and Bolt 3 that was getting it through, and I just used him for item throwing and curing and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, he was lacking offensively.
I
But
put Gao on him. I replaced him with Gao
oh, I
because
forgot.
I found fire rods in Albrook as well, and so I bought a bunch of those. And then
Oh
Gao's
yeah, I
base,
just remembered I bought a bunch of Thunder Rods and I never used them.
yeah, from Zen Ruin.
Huh.
Yeah, and his base magic was like 55 or something. Like it was decent, really decent.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I'll keep him just for throwing the rods for now then, because Sabin's pretty useless. And then I checked his lores, and he had Quasar and Grand Train and Big Guard. Like, okay, well, you're staying in the party.
Wow. Yeah,
Found an,
I'd left him in a ditch because I hate Gal. Fuck him.
yeah, that's fair. Found early
But I also
economizer.
hate Go-Go,
And
so I should have switched him out.
yeah, well, I don't know.
Found a
When I
what?
find lore,
Economizer?
I found an early economizer, so he basically got an
Yeah.
economizer and an earring, and he was just doing Grand Trains all game.
Yeah, I found that economizer, but I didn't get much use out of it. I found the earring, but that was the thing I was looking for that I must have died after I got it because I didn't have it
Right.
anymore. Or I put it on someone and forgot, which is probably the more
Yeah, I
likely
don't know
scenario.
anything about Shadowrun. I think like at
But
all.
yeah,
Like
anywho,
I'm actually thinking I'm missing it up with
that scene
Shadow
sucked.
Gate. I liked it.
I hit 10 dead checks. 10. And oh, and
Yeah.
also I went to the auction house to get my last two and I got 3 imps also.
Hey, did you did when you said you were going for Magitech, I noticed that you don't have any of the claw. So you didn't beat Magimaster, right?
Nope. I wiped to him and then I just went somewhere else.
Okay, so that was an Esper for sure.
Yeah,
Um
I figured that one was, but I didn't have Berserk or anything, and I didn't want to get Gonered for all my life again, so I just went
right.
elsewhere. But I should have gone back.
What Realm, I could not finish Jadur. That goddess was just crushing me. Yo,
Oh yeah, I
Cheesecake.
smoked that goddess. I
I'm
think she
gonna be
took
doing
one turn of a
Earthbound after
regular
this, so I'm
fight or
not gonna be doing
something,
any
and
more
then
Final
I killed
Fantasy.
her in 2
Apologies.
turns.
So if you're interested in Earthbound, though, stick around. I'll be doing
Now it just kind of
a
depends
PK
on when
Scramble
you
right
hit
after
them.
this. I'm just talking with Boo in Discord right now. Yeah, for sure. Because we were racing against each
But
other.
anywho, someone in the chat is saying, no offense, Abyssal Mole. But someone was like, "Are you new here? I haven't seen you around." And I was just thinking, I've played this game so goddamn many times that I should be retired by now. And but I still don't get no respect around here.
Well, to be fair, you
That's
took
fine.
a hefty
I won the
break.
first
A hefty
battle
break.
royale. I'm just saying. And I'm a
You,
mod. What the hell? I don't know. Maybe I'm just kidding around with you. But yeah, I did take like a 3 month break in there, and I told him or her. I told this person that, and they said that's probably when they showed up. So
so
it
to be
makes sense.
fair,
But
you put all your energy into the Coliseum and then kind of burnt out and disappeared after that. And I'm pretty
yeah, pretty
sure
much.
the YouTube videos and the Coliseum itself brought in a huge amount of new players. And so, like, all the ones that came in from watching those and after that have no idea who you are.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I do recall actually because no one had that when I started when we started the
All right, I'm
Coliseum,
going to start changing
the
my
YouTube or
stream
the
info
Twitch
while
channel
I
hadn't barely
talk
been
here.
used at all because we were still using Randomania, and then we didn't do any other events. So we started
Earthbound.
up the Twitch channel, the official channel for the Coliseum, or maybe like right before, and then I think we went from and also we weren't doing anything on YouTube, so that all started with the Coliseum, and yeah, then I pieced out as soon as it was over. So that's a good point. I think we went from when the Twitch channel started, somebody just
What am I doing?
created it and did like one thing on it, and then left it sleeping for several months. But when when I
This
took
now?
it over, I think there were
Okay.
90 followers, and I think we're over 500 now, so that's pretty good. Although, a couple, at least 100 of those have come since I stopped. I'm not saying I'm responsible for all of them, but I was happy to see the growth anyway. looking back, the
Yeah.
Coliseum was a pretty rudimentary tournament compared to the other ones that are like the ladder and all that stuff. But I think I like the simplicity. So I'll have a season 2 of the Coliseum again sometime in the future. I'm just not sure how it's going to work now.
Yeah, that's how I feel exactly about the ladder. I think the ladder was a big success. A lot of people told me they liked it. There was good participation. I think we had something like 30 to 40 runners on the board or something like that. So
Yeah.
I was happy with it. I definitely don't want to run anything for like a few months.
Yeah. Yeah, especially running the Bannon's whatever thing at the same time. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's too much. And then we
that was
got
an
weekly
error.
races and
That was an error in judgment.
yeah.
Okay, it was
Plus,
fun. I
both of
liked
those
it, but
tournaments went on
like
for quite a while too. They're long
they
tournaments. I
they
was trying to keep
did.
the Coliseum under 8 weeks, or yeah, 8 weeks or less. I think we did it in 8. Maybe it went in did into the
I'm
ninth.
just getting
Maybe can't
my
remember.
seed and everything here. Yeah, it went a lot longer than I thought it would.
Yeah, that's all right. People had fun.
Oh yeah, in a good
Um,
way. Like it was all good.
yeah, yeah. So I think the plan is, at least what the other mods and I've talked about is, of course, anybody's free to do their own tournaments, so nobody's going to just say no. But I think officially sanctioned tournaments are going to be on pause for probably like 2 months now that all the other stuff is wrapping
We'll
up,
start up a
just
nice
to give
Christmas
everybody a
tournament.
breather. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
so
fair.
we'll get started with another one. Hopefully, I don't know, but yeah, like in January or something. But somebody may come along and say, "I want to start one," and then we're not going to say, "Well, you can't," because you do whatever you want. I don't care. But I think people could use a break. Everybody could use a break. Restream crews, players, mods, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely agreed.
And Kilbasiago is going to take a break, so I mean, it's like nobody left to watch even. So who would even
Well, we'll
do it?
see, right? That's what I'm trying to put the pressure on him here because if he wins the ladder finals, which hopefully happen this week or like this next week or next weekend or whatever, he's the first two-time champion.
Ooh,
Every other
yeah,
tournament has had a different winner. He'll be the
that's
first
true.
two-time champ.
I've had a first, third, and fourth finish. Going, I need to get that second place.
I think I've got
For
second
the
and
cycle.
fourth. Yeah, it's the cycle. All right,
Um,
well, GG's, sir.
yeah,
You go
yeah, yeah.
play some Earthbound. I will talk to you
Cool.
later.
I'm gonna
Thanks
go
for the race.
eat.